should not say that thing. You should not say that to me.
I'd like to talk to you.
They teach me in my culture that that's not nice.
Jerk off.
Hello? Where my music go? Hello? Yes, my computer's warranty is out, and I was wondering if you could assist me.
My God, what was that? Oh, yeah. Alright. You're off frequency, bro. My balls itch. Yeah, I got that audio, that voice, that rough sounding sound, you know what I mean, but damn, Tasmanian devil on the other side of the microphone. Yes.
Somebody actually on frequency now.
Well, hopefully it is, man. This is like a sailboat in open water.
You know on sailboat, you peg my radio. Are you a pegger?
I don't know what that means. Over?
It means you put thumb in ass.
Yes, over.
What? You're pegging me. My meter, you're pegging.
Buddy, old Antique, and she is doing what she does. She just gets out there and squeaks.
No, antiquing is where you put flour on face. Pegging is when you stick thumb in ass.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I would know a dang thing about that. You probably do a lot more than I would.
That's not nice to say. That's not nice to say to somebody you don't know.
Well, in response, I'm not sure what you're saying, and I just just want to send it back to you and let you explain all that, but I'm not sure what you're talking about there, brother. Over.
What's so hard to understand?
Hey, shut up.
Ooh, somebody angry now. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not angry by any means. I'm just sitting here reaching for a cold drink and listening to you. And you're doing a good job there, kid.
Who you calling kid? I'm no kid. I'm 72-year-old.
He's a pegger. How are you? Hey, Ted, he's a pegger. Oh, my. Where are you from, Bowen? I mean, sorry, son, or my friend. Where are you from?
How you know our boy?
He's Pegland.
No, you don't assume boy anymore. No,
He's in Pegland there, Ted.
That offensive.
Copy that. Yeah, I copy. Yeah, he's just playing me.
I reckon.
I was just, going about it there, Polly, and it's like, what?
Yeah, like, what the hell? Anyway, KN4NJM, what's going on, Augustine?
Not much, man. So I decided I'm looking for a particular transmitter that I got to go seek out of a radio station. And you're going to love what I'm going to tell you.
What are you in search mode of?
I'm looking for a Collins.
Me no. pegging my radio. Me
a
know
1,
it's
2,
not
or 3.
operating legal limit.
I was looking at a Harris Gates, but no, I'm going to find me
I don't
a
know if you
Collins
can hear
1, 2,
him,
or
but he's
3.
not operating legal limit.
Bill, the other guy you helped with, and tuned me with a radio station
No
down
operating
in
legal
Tampa
limit.
that has some AM
No
gear and
operating
stuff
legal
down there.
limit.
But I'm definitely gonna go look at that and find that Collins 20.
Well, you know operate legal limit.
1, 2, or 3. They're driven by the audio is driven by a set of 4-400s into another set
No
of
legal limit.
400s. And the amplifier circuit varies depending on the transmitter from the radio station. And I did a lot of research on the oscillator and the buffer
I give you oscillator. He no legal limit.
the Pi network and stuff like that. But that is my focus. The Pi minimum, and guess what? They're 1,100 pounds, and they're a monster. Over.
Now, is that like is a transceiver?
Oh, he no legal limit either.
No, it is a radio station, 1 kilowatt transmitter.
Basic radio.
Okay.
No legal limit.
Yeah, like you said.
No legal limit.
That means it's a transceiver, or you got to have a separate receiver. Just transmits.
You got to have a separate receiver, and there's a lot to it. It's like, 4 foot, 5 foot tall.
No legal limit for you. No legal limit for you. No legal limit for you.
But I know it's a broadcast AM transmitter. Yeah, I was looking at all the different mods that goes into it and things that I could do. And
you can do legal mod. You do all the legal mod. You know legal limit.
A lot of guys that went to 160 meters, a noisy band, but 75. The only difference, the headache I got to work about, if I find one, is
you not find nothing.
But that's information readily available. But if I can just find that transmitter, over.
Yeah, it don't sound like it's going to be an easy find. Something like that's got to be hard to find, and it's not going to be cheap, probably, by no means. Anyway,
You know what
I know there's a lot of Collins equipment out there, but I've never heard that one. But I'm not that heavy into them, But I do got a Collins over here, but that's amplifier. And I know I've heard several other, Collins, transceivers that people got. But anyway, at the end of the day, good luck on the search and the quest there. Don't sound like it's going to be an easy one. It sounds like you're going to have to search your back pocket to get one.
I heard another station out there. Relatively, Polly, you may be wrong on that. There was a giveaway.
Be right.
Depending on the radio station engineer and depending on what radio station surplus they have, you can find one pretty free. You got to remember, this thing weighs 1,100 pounds, and it was built in, what was it, 1963 or whatever. I was doing a lot of research on it. But anyway, there's another gentleman, Polly. I'll let him pick it up. That other gentleman, go ahead and pick it up. WB6, WCO, Northeast Florida. Go ahead, sir.
All right, too many T's over here, Tom. WTTT. If you ever need a receiver, all you do is get a receiver, and if able to use it, you get a Dow key. Get it made by Dow. We can't use them a long time. A Dow key relay. So when you're receiving, it relays in picking a receiver, and then when you key up, it keys the transmitter. So there is one. You can get Dow key relays. That makes one hell of an AM station. You could probably get a crystal if you even hook it to a businessman repair center, Motorola or anybody, some independent, and you told them what frequency you want it on, they could rig it for you.
Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain starts sticking.
Man, thank you there, Tommy. Good to hear you, man. And, man, I haven't talked to you in a while. But you know what I'm up to. I was looking at the Collins, in particular, the 20B and stuff like that. I was looking at the Harris Gates and stuff.
You have a drumstick and your brain starts sticking.
A lot of these transmitters, a lot of AM stations are phasing out, and this would be a perfect combination for me. I got plenty of room here for it. I got 220 volts to feed it, and realigning the oscillator, the buffer into the amp and the Pi network.
He said oscillator, that's naughty words.
It's not.
You don't
really
say
that
those
hard
naughty
to
words
do.
on radio.
The one thing
Oscillator, naughty
I built a
words.
DFO for something like this, but the information's readily there available because a lot of that stuff was crystal locked. So, but no, I like your idea. Of course, with the down key, a relay switch to a good receiver, and what would be cool with the Collins, 73 or 74, or a national or something like that would be kind of a lot of fun. Over.
Yeah, right. And if you come into let's say a business van repair shop, within an hour they can have that thing on a frequency of one. You would just have to probably show them your AM radio.
We don't use some young guys.
They got proof that you could operate, on that frequency, and that's, nobody pays me that much. I don't know what they are now. Years ago when I was into it, it was like $65 an hour. Might be 100 something more, but hey, you want the thing to work. At least you know it'll be done right. Over.
Yeah, but that thing weighs 1,100 pounds. Man, it ain't gonna be easy to move.
Well, here's the thing, Tom and Polly. You got to remove the transformers. I've been reading the last couple of days into this, and that's why they're giveaways. Nobody wants this. No amateur radio operator wants to be involved with this. But the plate modulation, with the 4-400s is extreme, and out of 1 kilowatt. And the more I read, I go, well, this is interesting. As far as disassembly, I've been a truck driver for many years in moving things, but the main thing you want to do is remove those transformers and get those moved separately, and then down the road reconnect them, and then moving the chassis itself, which is a task in its own, but it's not impossible. It's just you got to know what you're doing. And I was reading an article from a guy that did this. It was amazing. I sat there and I thought, how cool. And he worked with 2 other amateur radio operators, dice up the oscillator, tune it to the buffer, and into the amplifier stage, and down to the Pi network and stuff like that. It was really an interesting read. The other thing was he built a DFO for the crystal input. It was really a cool read, and I'd love to find one and go that route for 75 meters. It's not that hard. It's just knowing what you got to know what you're doing. Over.
Well, remember too, if that's the 1,000 watt output, that you can't.
They're like unicorns.
Our thing is 150 watt output PET. If you go AM, you only could put out a carrier of a keydown carrier of about 350. It's a fourth of what the...
Yeah, and Tom, how easy is it to back that down, to make that work? It's something that will just last my lifetime. Over.
If you got 100% modulation, then it'll be near the grand. But you want to key down, you only key down with about 350 watts on AM, but it'll be legal. Over.
Yeah, copy that. It wouldn't take much to back that down to run, it would run effortlessly at 350 watts on AM. I mean, absolutely effortlessly with that plate modulation.
I must obliterate
well, I'm just saying you got to watch. So, but if you had somebody else work on it professionally, professional place, they're gonna want proof that you're allowed to operate on it. You got a license on it. You just show me in license.
Right?
I was in that show with Favorite Martian. Did he commit suicide or he died from something else? No, I think he got sick and he died from something.
Got kicked by a horse.
Is that what happened?
No,
Hey, Paul, is there somebody else out there?
Yeah, I hear somebody.
There's people out here. It's all business.
yeah, they up north.
Yeah, I mean, anybody bring a rig to, repair shop, they're going to want, I don't know, about TV, that's probably different, but, anything else, you're going to have to show proof that you got a license, permit to operate on that frequency. So that's easy. Just show me a ham license.
We got prime rib special. Yeah, hey, it's neat. I guess if you got a neat project, Ted, and that's something that, hey, man, if your heart's out in it, man, go for it, man. But to me, it wouldn't be my cup of tea, but I get it. I get you know what you want to do. That's good. I hope you can achieve that there. It's going to be hard to find, I think, but maybe you're wrong. I just look at the age, and most of them probably already been disassembled, destroyed, or somebody got them buried in a daggum, shop or shed that they passed away that's sitting there rotting away. I don't know. You might get lucky. KN4 in jail.
Yeah, Polly, it's just like, I got a corner in the room, and she's 1,100 pounds, Jack Collins. And like I said, nobody's seeking or looking for that, trust me. And it's a giveaway at a lot of different radio stations. And Bill gave me a heads up on one out of Tampa that I'll contact the engineer down there, and I'll definitely look out. I mean, just on a fishing mission. And if I could find one, then I can work it out. Because a lot of these stations that are retiring, or they have equipment that are backed up, it's older stuff. It's built in the 60s and stuff like that. But man, it's bulletproof, dude. I mean, my read up on it, looking at the manual and all that stuff. Here's the thing. It would be cool. I mean, if you came down to my place, I got a 20 by 10 foot room with a line of radios, and then you look at the back wall and you go, what the hell is that thing? With a 75A4 Collins receiver, or a National 300, with a D104, whatever, and like Tom said, with the dial key switch and stuff like that for 75 meters at night. That would be a trip. Over.
Oh, yeah, it would be impressive. That's for darn sure, man. People are into it, man. And hey, man, good luck. I hope you find something there, and hope it don't cost too much to move it there. It sounds like it'd be a job to actually find something and then actually be able to disassemble it somehow and be able to move it. It's going to take some labor and stuff there, but once you get it and get it in the place, if you can find one, then you can work it from there. But good luck on the quest.
Well, some of them are rack mounted.
Yeah, you're right, Tommy. You're right, and they're gorgeous meters, man. If you're looking at the meters plate and grid and all that stuff, I was looking at that. They're gorgeous. I mean, Tom, Polly, you get that going. They glow and glow in the dark stuff, man. But I mean, they're beautiful to look at. Over.
Oh, I can imagine. I just think about this little Collins I got here. This little floor model, just a amplifier. This weighs 165 pounds alone. And it's like, damn, that's a bear to move. Of course, I'm older now and I don't have the strength like I used to have, but still, took a little bit to move this little critter.
Might be rack mounted too, where it might, in pieces. And I always see, well, not always, but from time to time I've seen on the internet hams wind up getting them for nothing because they're not using them anymore, and they're sitting in a shack there near, a big tower and all, and they want to get rid of it, and so they're glad somebody would disassemble it and take it away so they could, because they got something else in there.
They need the space.
Yep. But some of them are rack mounted, like, separate pieces.
I didn't know that, Tommy. 7 pieces?
Well, it depends on the make and model and all that, so, it just depends.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the 20V picture. The one, I guess they got different models. The 20V Collins 1, 2, and 3, 1 kilowatt broadcast transmitter, and it's plate modulated, which I was tripping on with the 4-400s into another stack of 4-400s. I thought, Jesus Christ, I can't even imagine that would be like. Super cool to play with. I mean, just to get it. I mean, to dial it in. Wow.
Yeah, well, when I was into that business, when, they were doing FM, and the repeaters our company serviced were GE brands. We serviced all the different brands, but the brand that they sold, anybody wanted to buy brand new, it was General Electric, and all the repeaters that were out there that people were using, the towns and then, businesses were GE stuff. And that was all rock mounted stuff. You went there, the whole shebang from floor up was probably about 4 or 5, between 4 or 5 feet high, and it was all separate sections. And it was damn easy to work on. You figured out, what was wrong, and you might have to pull one board out and fix something on it or replace the board. But, that was modern technology. But, I'm sorry, that was the late 70s and during the 80s when I did that. And that's, the GE repeaters were, FM, of course, but it was all rock-mounted stuff. And, it wasn't that, I don't know what the weight, never had to pick one up. It was just, anyway, it was all rock, separate pieces. Probably like 5 or 6 different pieces in there, each, and it's, slid in. WT-30.
Yeah, copy that there, Tommy. Now, what I'm looking at, I was reading a lot about it. If I can find her, I'm sure I will. A freebie giveaway. It's just, taking out the plate transformer. I mean, they're monsters. And the filament transformer, I read a lot about that. The different tubes that were used. You can go to, as far as not stressing out the filament voltage, a lot of stuff into it. I don't even know where to start with it. But if I can find one, basically dicing up the oscillator and the buffer circuit, high current into the drive, and into the pi circuit, which would be interesting. It's basically a grid dip meter and stuff like that to get it, and changing out the capacitance, obviously, the capacitance, the frequency, and then kind of work with that, and or an L network, which I'm not going to go that route, but something like that, and then a VFO. That's another chore. And anyway, if I can get this done, it would not only be an eyepiece, it would be forever outlive me as far as like working AM 75 meters with that kind of plate audio and stuff like that. It would be, I don't know if you're in AM, but it'd be really cool. Over.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like it. It's an AM on CB. But, if it's a 1,000-watt transmitter, that's 1,000-watt output key down. That would be illegal here. Probably the radio you got now, if it works on AM, of course, it's probably modulation, but it's still analog. And when you go on AM with your present radio, and you get an amplifier that does 1,000 watts or legal limit, and you just drive it with enough there, you only put out the 350, and then you'd be legal. So you wouldn't have to go through all the, but guys like the old stuff, something to brag about, and I got this and I got that. But if you really want to do AM, the stuff we got today will work fine too with an amplifier, and instead of if we used our normal rims on AM, without a lag of 100 watt power, you'd have to turn your power down to 25 watts. It's got to be 20, a quarter of what the peak is. So I you get yourself an amplifier and you just drive with enough so you can get out about 300, 350 in the legal. Still be, you know, if you got a high moderation, focus is going to be, it would be over, you know, kilowatt. WT2.
I even got a couple of batteries. Yeah, copy that. W2OTT, WB6, WCO. Tom, you're dead on. I got one E that I work with in the den front, and I play with that, and it works quite well. Yeah, you're right. You know, this is more nostalgic. To me, it's just a project that it'd be a boatload of fun just to get it working and stuff like that. Running on 220 volts, just like I said, just the oscillator buffer, all the get that thing working, assign a DFO to it, and you know, the Collins 75A4 or something like that, or a national receiver with a dial key, you know, with a D104, whatever mic or whatever, you know, as far as the audio preference, it's just a thought. Over.
All these people.
Most of the guys that go way in there. Stuff that'll do a hell of a lot more than legal. It's just that they don't admit it. You know, they say, yeah, this thing will do 2 kilowatts. They'll be lying.
I'm so sorry.
Even the guys outside.
I'm not really sorry.
Yeah, this thing will do 20 kilowatts. It's a dummy load. Yeah, but sometimes you can tell by their signal when they're flashing the 5 kcs up and down. They're putting out
Yeah, no, Tom, I do know that. You're right, and I'm not the guy to do that over. I just think, like you said, about 300, 350 watts. I know she's rated at 1 kilowatt output. I mean, consistent. I mean, it rocks. But the thing is, you don't have to rock it that hard. You just back it down, and with that plate modulation, oh my God, with the 5 kilohertz Kiev signal, that's got to rock, man, especially on 75.
You'll be spanking, that's for sure. Well, good luck on your dream there. I hope you actually can make it happen there, Ted. I'm going to step out there for a little bit. I got things going on. I'm trying to look for a charger for my Bofang. I got this little Bofang just so I can hook up with a couple buddies when we're down there in Orlando next weekend. And I got to find the charger for this thing, and I do not know where the heck I put it. It's been a year better since I've messed with this thing. It's still got a charge on it, but I need a charger. So we'll catch up. I know it's laying around here somewhere, but where the hell is it at? I don't know. Hey, Tommy, take care of yourself there. You too, Ted. We'll catch up with you guys, man. We'll float around. We'll catch up somewhere between Waltz Sound. KN4NJM. Peace.
You take care, buddy. Take care of that boat and stuff like that. And good to catch up with you, buddy. And we'll catch you down at Hamcation out there and with the rest of the guys. 7 trees, my friend, man. And we'll catch you in a little bit there. Tom, go ahead and pick it up. WB6, WCO, over with W2CT.
All right, Paul. All right, hey, take care, and we'll catch you somewhere down by Twinley and your Kovac. WT2TT.
All right, Tommy. Peace.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I mean, look at the old 101E, you know, that kind of stuff. Back then, a lot of guys were on CB with it, and besides sideband, went on AM with them, and that thing sounded great.
Bottom of the hour.
Over.
Yeah, copy that. No, Tom, I'm just, inquisitive. I'm working on an old AM radio station transmitter, and it's just going to be an eyepiece, basically. Tom, it's nothing more than that. If I can get one for free or whatever out there, I'll just reassemble it here in the shack, and work on the oscillator, the buffer circuit, and throughout all the circuits, the Pi network and all that. And it's just basically, you walk in here and go, what the hell is that?
Oh, I understand. Me too. I would, being a ham since 76, man. Something old. History, nostalgic, and one reason I like my Yaesu twins is they were nude. back then they weren't nothing, you know, but it was just the idea of having, man, two pieces like that side by side. I mean, when you were sitting behind them things, you felt like a radio operator.
Over there in the Hoosier National Forest today.
Oh, pretty good. A little bit better than what it is over in the communist state.
You had to turn the dial. You had to do that. You had to
covering you up.
I doubt it.
Working right and be on
I'm just telling you.
So, you know,
I'm just saying.
activist, you know, second nature. But yeah, I could appreciate me too.
Don't you believe me when I say they're covering you up?
Because it's unbelievable.
I did have a set for a week.
Oh, that's right. You got the Tower of Power over there, right?
I spent $5 that I shouldn't spend at the time, and my wife was a little mad about it, but I put it up for sale, and then 2 days later,
Just some things are believable and other things ain't. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
We went back in the bank.
I was outside today listening on FDR, and I heard a lot of unbelievable things.
Did you?
What'd you hear today? Yeah, no, it's just my love to amateur radio. You know, I'm an old school ham, extra class, and I'm just thinking, man, you know, I was looking at getting a Johnson Viking Valiant and all these other transmitters and all this other BS to work AM, and I'm like, no. But if I had a Collins from the 20B, 1, 2, or 3, modified
Is that one of the ones you got split?
got it on the air. Yeah, it was a 75A4 Collins receiver.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Which I got the money to do all that stuff, or you know, a National 300 or something like that.
But
like I said, with the Valky, and there's some other stuff that's more intricate and involved.
on your particular clutch, on them keepers, man, do you have to wind them all the way in?
I think it's,
before
you
you
know
pull
what I'm
out
saying. It's nostalgic, but it's cool.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you put the new clutch back in, or did you take the keepers off?
What are you talking about?
Forget it.
Be a receiver, and then
Let's have a different kind of transfer.
you key up.
Well, they got keepers that compress the clutch, you know, and you slide it up in there, and it will run with the keepers
It'll be
on
pretty
it,
cool.
but it ain't
I think it'll be pretty cool.
If you
And I got
bump
some
it,
leads on some stuff on some transmitters, and I'm going to take some trips out here in the near future to see if I can grab one. The main thing is that they'll give them away. It's because of the weight, the height, and all that stuff. It's just knowing how to disassemble a Collins that big and how to move it and stuff like that. I was doing a lot of research on that, and I thought it's really not that complicated. Just you got to know what you're doing. You got to get those.
Well, anyways, let me get out of here.
The plate transformers out, the filament transformer, all that stuff, the heavyweight stuff. They can move the rest of that pretty easily. Over
for a clearing. I thought he bailed out too, man. I thought they cleared, but I think we were wrong.
Yeah. Well, you just got to do some checking around.
You? About that guy clearing. Apparently he didn't clear, man. He just cleared with the other individual and was going to talk with the other one, I guess.
I'll be willing
So you're right. Frequency is in use, man.
Copy that there, Tom. I'll tell you what. If you see that, 4-foot transmitter, radio station transmitter, I'll be able to tape them next to him for the receivers and stuff like that. You're going to go, God dang, coolest thing. And to operate it is even cooler. Over.
Okay.
It was like that. They were, rock motors.
Right.
I mean, some of them were,
How it works, Darren? Ain't that what you told me?
But they would some.
Most definitely does. Full circle.
You know, the sections. All right, hey, I gotta run and do something there.
I'm sure glad we got out the facts the other night there about the individual who plays recordings and music all the time. I'm sure glad that's out in the open now. Maybe I won't get accused of doing this shit
Yeah, come on and get it. We'll be glad for you to take it. Thank you very much. There
was a lot of facts that was introduced to the whole entire story,
Yeah, copy that, Tony. Good to hear you, buddy. I get out here. Seems like a lot of other guys out there, but
I know how to rock it, and like I said, when you deal with something, you got to re-engineer the oscillator and buffer and jamming into the
so-called
amp and the PI network and stuff like that, or L, whatever happens to that as far as an input, as far as a VFO. That's another story, but it would look pretty cool.
I ain't saying nothing.
It'd be awesome, and that particular radio station broadcast transmitter is easy enough to operate. She runs about 220 volts, single phase.
All right, well, I mean, if you knew that, there's nothing to investigate.
Anyway, Tommy, I know you got to blow out. We'll catch you later.
Quite the character, man.
He's like,
reality strikes, so they'll find out that he's actually the one doing a lot of the things he's accusing people of. But not all the time when I say it's coming from the West doesn't mean it's you. You just, I can't come out and disclose all my information, but I mean, I just say that be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for what? For posers. Oh, man. Anyways, my wife just got home. I'll be back later on. WO9E. Okay. 9FRE.
What was that battery, Derek? It's like up here.
You can accuse me whatever you want to accuse me of, but proving something that doesn't really happen would be really, really difficult. That's all I've got to say. Accuse away, boys. Accuse away. Detective Darren. I find it really strange that somebody who complains about all the shenanigans that go on the frequency, and then somebody comes right out and admits to causing all these problems and playing recordings and music, but hey, he doesn't do it all the time, all day long. And then they still continue to be good friends. It makes me think that maybe somebody knows people who's causing problems other places, and they don't really say nothing about that either. But yeah, Detective Roy. Detective National Parks or whatever. Do you know where Roy is? Like I said, accuse away, boys. Accuse away. Boy, dumb in all your bullshit to the FCC and accuse me of everything. I don't care.
Welcome to the days of our lives.
That's right. Freaking low-life retards. Get a life. Oh, 9E's a detective. 9FRE is clear on the frequency.
Damn, you're hitting on all 8 today.
Hey, the 808.
Right. I had a lot to say. 7-3 to all, and good day. 9FRE.
Au revoir.
So many people forget about our First Amendment right.
Please explain yourself, sir. What would our First Amendment rights have to do with anything I just said? Are you saying that you have the right to slander and lie and defamate people? Because you have the right to free speech?
Yeah.
That's you're wrong, sir.
As long as it doesn't cost you no money or defame you in any way, I can say whatever I wish to say.
So I can say whatever I wish to say about you, right?
I really don't care, man.
That's the problem. You don't care.
I mean, who's going to enforce it? I mean, this crap's been going on so daggone long. I mean, I come over here for entertainment.
Oh, you know, it never bothered me at all until I started getting letters from the FCC saying I was doing this when I'm not doing a damn thing. Just because of people who don't like me or what I have to say group up and start sending their little emails of bullshit to other people to get other people in trouble, that's when the problem starts. See what I'm saying there? Well, if I don't like you, I can get all my group of buddies together and I'll start sending letters to the FCC and the ARRL and complain about you, and we'll see how long it takes before you start getting letters. What do you think?
Well, leave those alone and they will leave you alone.
That's the problem. They follow you. Email you, they dig up shit, they email your, they email relatives and start shit off of the radio. It's everywhere, buddy.
I hear voices. Well, I'm sorry they're getting to you so bad there. I hate that for you. I hear voices.
And try to defend somebody else when I have something to say. Because you don't know the whole story of what's going on.
I hear voices.
You don't understand what's going on. It's way deeper than you would ever imagine. These people dig into your personal lives and try to attack you in any means possible.
I hear voices. Welcome to the left woke, and boy, I wish they'd kill every one of them. Yep, just live your life and be happy. Happy, joy.
Stand strong.
Conversations don't bother me at all. I just consider a source from all of them. They're all a bunch of losers.
I hear voices. Now, I will agree with you. It is a disgrace to amateur radio.
I mean, I listen to a lot of stuff, and then again, I listen to a lot of stuff, man. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
There is.
The dumbass, Darren.
Whole lot of stuff.
Ate up with the dumbass, Darren. Oh, there's a bunch of no-coders out here, but, you know, I mean, the FCC and the ARRL wrote that into plan, and they got what they wanted. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all legal.
There's just so many of them out there. It's got a case of I can't get right.
Oh, there's the radio. I would say there's more coders that are butt-sore by the no-coders being able to be privileged on HF than there is butt-sore no-coders that are on the radio. That's my opinion.
He knows all the rules.
Now, I myself really don't give a care either way. But I will say this here. The majority of all the problems, for whatever reason, it did. Now, even though it's a long history of this going on, the forming has grown considerable since they've allowed no-coders. But I don't know if the forming's always from the no-coders. That's the thing. So I would agree that the quorming has grown at no fault, possibly any fault, of the no-coders, though.
Well, I told you don't make it nothing to do with it. I'm talking about personal attacks on personal members of family members and me in general. Not on the radio, everywhere.
They're attacking you personally?
Off, people. I don't mean maybe.
They're attacking you personally?
Oh, man, I got people that went after my wife on Facebook.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, this is going way deep. I'm getting these nasty-ass emails from people and shit. I'm tired of it.
Then change your email. Change it.
I changed it.
Huh. Well, I would address Homeland Security on that.
Yeah, that'll help.
Oh, sure it does. I can give them the email address right over to it, and just don't even open them. Whenever you know it's coming from that person, forward it right to it.
I want to know how in the hell they keep finding my email address. That's what I want to know.
They're probably buying that information. You need to go after those companies that are supporting that.
Wow.
Because they signed an agreement when they obtained that they would not use it for personal or malicious harassment. And if they're harassing you with it, it could cause them personally and the company liability.
I'll say this, whoever's doing what they're doing right now is very, very knowledgeable with computers and internet, networking, and, that kind of, they're very, very knowledgeable.
You understand that a second grader could do that now, right?
Well, that excludes me, man. I'm dummy Darren.
Didn't say it had anything to do with you.
No, I'm just letting everybody else know.
If I could prove it, it would end.
I know you didn't. I didn't say you did.
Who's doing it? And someday, if I prove it, it will end.
He's so angry.
Damn right I'm angry. Somebody get on the computer and start talking shit to your wife and see how pissed off you get.
Shut up and turn the computer off.
That's where you just roll up a big fatty and smoke it and forget about it.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Take it for what it's worth, N9FRE.
It's simple as turning the computer off, dude.
Kilo Oscar 4 Alpha Mike Zulu.
I can't enjoy my radio hobby. I can't turn on my computer. I can't do nothing because a bunch of sick assholes want to ruin my life. So I have to work my hobbies and life around somebody else's bullshit antics, right? I don't think so. Just shut up.
7200, problem solved.
I haven't been on for the last few days. I just wanted to come back and spew a little.
It's a studio microphone.
Right there's the kind of people I'm talking about, right there. Fucking people are ruining amateur radio. That's what you're doing. Have a nice life, N9FRE.
Right?
Fight. Now see what you guys gone and done. You made them mad. You upset them. You ran them off 7,200. That's not right.
In the center of the radio.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Change that.
Nobody ran me off. I'm leaving on my own power, Deerwood.
Well, I was just trying to stick up for you.
Listening.
Dumbass.
See, there you go, being mean to me, and here I was trying to stick up for you. Fight, man. I tell you. See what you guys went and did? Now he's mad at the world.
Mad at the world at all.
You know, that's a tightrope.
You're idiots.
You know that big dial on your radio? That's how you solve the problem. You move off to a different frequency.
No, we fight. We fight about it.
You must go to 3850 in the morning and
Uh-oh.
We have to stand and fight.
Uh-oh, he's calling it out now, folks. I think it's 3850, not in the morning, but in the evening, is what you're saying.
Stupid. Yeah.
But, man, he's calling it out now. Now he's saying, listen, man, he's bringing out the guns now, folks. He's going to start disclosing where all these here cormers are coming from, and he's giving a personal invite. I think he's saying tit for tat. You want to play volleyball, man, we're going to play.
Wait a minute. Does anybody have any brief coupons?
Yeah, they do.
That's awesome, though. I had to know. It was one of those things that I was just so curious about. I wasn't going to feel satisfied until I knew the answer. But thanks, I appreciate your answer.
You do know one thing, there is nothing else out there that tastes anything remotely close to Grey Poupon.
Well,
China's killing us.
I'm not going to mention it here.
Oh, you think there is some other form of spice?
Well, think about that for a minute now, wouldn't you?
You have losers.
I don't know, man. I've had some things that they claim to be sort of like, It's sort of like, it's like Madonna singing the song Like a Virgin.
Have you ever had
Like a Virgin, not a real one. I mean, there's a difference.
Have you ever?
There's a difference, and you'll know right off the get-go, so. It's a fake Oreo cookie.
Have you ever had curry?
Yes, I have.
Well, you know what I mean. There's some strange, very strange palates.
Oh, I agree, man, but I mean, nothing like Grey Poupon. Grey Poupon, man, on a ham sandwich, it just makes the sandwich.
I don't know about making the sandwich. It might break the sandwich from my perspective. I'm not really much for Grey Poupon.
You can't even spell Poupon.
Had some. That was my question.
Well, the secret is most people put it on real thick. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to put it on as a slice, touch it up in certain areas. You don't need it in every bite because it's long-lasting in the palate, like you said.
Yeah, it's one of those flavors that once you have a little bit of a sample, it's hard to get rid of unless you're drinking milk or water or something.
Right, yeah, but most people abuse it when they put it on. They're just spreading mustard.
We don't have victories anymore.
You ever have deviled eggs, you know, and they put that paprika? I love that paprika. I'm that kind of guy that puts paprika all over the top of the deviled egg.
Oh, absolutely. That's what gives the mustard and the mayonnaise and the whipped egg, the flavor. It brings out that.
Yeah, it brings up the, like you said, this is NIWQ, just taking a break at the work QTH.
WO9E.
Hey, Derek, this is Mike up here in Michigan. Did you happen to get a model number of those batteries?
I did. You know what? I apologize. My fault, and I'm glad you called me out on it. I do have them. I do have them right here. As a matter of fact,
totally
I punched them up and I had them all set to go, and I never sent that information to you. That is my bag, and I do apologize. Give me a second, and I'll pull them up and tell you what they are.
Wonderful afternoon from NIWQ.
One of them right there.
I had to sit up, man. I was sitting in that there chair there, all leaned back, looking at the world through the skylight there. Let's see here. Let me get over to this thing here. This guy's he's asked me about this some time back ago, and I need to really get that information for him.
Stupid.
Trojan knockoffs that are being returned, so, but if there's something better out there, I wanna check it out.
Well, you got a pen and paper in hand?
Is there more than one model number?
It's what I'm using, man. If you want what I'm using, and then you'll see what it is. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, hold tight for a second. I'm grabbing my phone to text it back to myself. Fire at will.
All right. The model number on this is US, like US. 185HCXC2. Again, United Sierra 185 Hotel Charlie X-Ray Charlie 2.
Now that's a 12 volt.
12 volt.
These are exactly twice of what I'm using the 6 because they're 110. They claim they're 110. They're like the Trojan 105 knockoffs or whatever the Trojan batteries are. I'm using 2 of them to make 12, but I run a 48. Really, I'm using 8 of them in the series to get the 48. Studio Mike.
Yeah, and you could you can get 220 amp hours at 48 volts with just 4 batteries.
Yeah, I see that.
There you go, man. I kept my promise. Sorry it took for so long, man, but I did capture the information for you. I just never got it sent off.
Right. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. Constantly playing around with wind and solar, and I've got the blister studio mic. I don't have a permanent magnet alternator right studio. I play with the blister stuff. I do wood gas. It's a studio mic. Pure hydrogen via chemical process, and the reversible uses aluminum.
Right. Now, well, imagine 4 banks of 48 of those.
Yeah, I just did. Yep, a lot less connections too.
All right. Well, hey, man, I can even give you, man, I use 2-aught wire with the connections that'll bolt onto those there kind of lugs on that battery. You see how those things will work, man. You can get flip-ons with a bolt through, and that's really the way you want to fly.
Right. Excuse me. I usually thought of my end connection and heat shrink, a heat shrink or hose over top of them, and I also make a lot of parts right here in my shop, so I could make copper lugs for them. I always do my own flux bars and whatnot, but this would require a lot less flux.
Oh, yeah. A lot less. This will make life easier. You'll have a lot more flow, less loss. Everything about it will be just wonderful. And you can buy watering kits for this thing. You know, you can pick those there caps off, and they put these water caps that you just fill up a bladder full of distilled water, and will add as needed by itself automatically. And then once every 6 months, you take that out. You put a hydrometer on there and read your reading there on the acid, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know about the maintaining of your battery bank if it needs anything. Once in a while, you might have to add a little additive to it, but very seldom, as long as you don't get evaporation. You know, the acid stays in there still. It don't evaporate. So all you got to do is add the distilled water. But if you get boil over now, that's where you lose your acid.
Absolutely. Easy way to find that, too. Just spray a little soda water on them before you rinse them down, do your cleaning when you go and do it. If they light up, you know that stuff come out.
There you go, buddy. Sounds like you're doing your research. You're on your way, man. But that's a really good battery, and you'll be very happy with it.
Yeah, I'm taking a couple people out here, but my place is not completely, but I've isolated what I need. Hey, thanks again. I got to get ready. I got to head to a meeting. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, like I said, looking that up. And I'll get back a hold of you. I'm going to start shopping around, see what I can find locally. That shipping will about kill you on heavy stuff like that. 739, have a good afternoon. This is Kilo Bravo 8 Oscar Echo.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later on, WO9A. Thank you, everybody, for standing by. That's fine business operations. That's the way amateur radio is supposed to be. And trust me, coming from me, that means a lot. WO9A, listen.
Hey, hats off to me, too. You know, say anything you want about this frequency, but there are a bunch of good, decent humans here. We've got a few of them, but, you know, when it's time, when there's technical going on, everybody tunes in. It's great to be alive. KB8 always.
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. This is actually pretty good. When it gets real, man, people, they know when it's real, and they know when to act like animals and when not to. But this is a fun frequency for sure. Anyways, we'll be listening, like I said, anytime, man, you got any questions about that. Now, you can go under the product right there and check out the research on the inside of that battery too, and that will guide you to the reason why I chose this particular battery and this manufacturer.
Is this frequency in use?
Well, of course it is. You're talking.
Baker Alpha 3 Echo Golf Golf. Ba-da-ba-ba. What the hell? Where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Well, I guess another CBR came here.
You haven't heard? What's that?
Here comes stupid already.
They're stupid.
Goodbye, goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye, boy. Boy. Hey, boy. Studio Mike. Baba Booty. Baba Boy. Oh, Baba Boy. Oh, Baba Boy. Baba Boy. Baba Boy. Thank you, Earl. Roy, is that you? Hey, Sean, what's up? Sean,
Hey, John, go back to bed, will ya?
Sean.
Oh, yeah, cool. The devil's lettuce.
Jacob.
What's that? The devil's lettuce.
Are you being like Bill Clinton and you didn't inhale?
Oh no. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't inhale.
You gotta inhale, right?
I mean, if you don't inhale, you don't pass the test.
All draft dodgers inhale.
I can't believe he even said, oh, I didn't inhale.
That's right. This is your local draft dodger.
Howdy doody for him.
The only draft we dodge is the one coming from the cold air return on the furnace.
Yeah, but you left the good old U.S. to go to Canada.
Hey man, I'm French, so I really don't know what you're talking about.
Nobody in Canada knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, my heritage goes back to France. So
That's the reason why we sent them to Canada.
well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah. You got a whole new society in there thanks to your president. You know, you guys might as well start calling yourselves Canada.
Yeah, he's about as good as Trudeau.
No, but, man. Oh, Jesus. Come on now. Lift the IQ a bit in here. Can we lift the IQ a little bit in here? Just a little bit?
Well, it depends on if you're going to leave or not.
You know, come on now. You gotta know what you're talking about. At least. Nobody.
He's going to be the guy to explain it to us, I see.
Yeah, so Canada was built on immigrants, and looks like your second wave on the go-around is going to be based off immigrants as well. That's what I meant by you can start calling yourselves Canada too.
Can't deny you're right.
By immigrants.
Can't deny you're right.
It's not the legal immigrants, it's the refugees that come here.
No, it's all of them. There's too many. Too many at once. That's the bullshit. Too many at once.
No, I agree, Roger.
Hey, John, I just stopped back by to say hello before I head on out of here. 7-3, have a good afternoon. KB8 all week.
KB8 all week. Got you in there. Yeah. You know, you could have did the same thing in the States, but did it through the door, and then you wouldn't have too much to worry about, right? But the way it was done, we let everybody in. Even your enemies were let in. That's right, you know, you guys, somebody should be going after Biden. Somebody should pretty much assassinate the prick. Yeah, we need one of those brainwash guys. What do they call that? The CIA? When they brainwash people to kill people? What was the terminology for that again?
Sweepers.
Yeah,
Special phrase or something, and that would trigger them into their psychosis of killing people. There was a couple of movies made about that shit.
They're mostly Amish people.
Hopefully the serial killer goes.
Finally, Biden's going against Israel. It's about fucking time.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong. And we knew it was in his nature. We knew he was going to turn on Israel. Because he's a terror-loving commie.
Well, that's because he's ran by Obama. Obama never did like Israel.
You guys couldn't back Israel. They were threatening the American shit they had on them through military. That's why, you know, the American government never has a long...
He listens to a different propaganda machine over there. I wonder if at the border you can pick up Canadian networks.
Because they always end up...
I support Israel.
Fucking back.
Not the terrorist Hamas.
Well, I'm just wondering, you know, if they got some kind of a thing to stop from listening to Canadian propaganda. I know, like, in different countries they do that, and they have that ability. But, you know, I'm wondering where he's getting this information from. You know, they say there's a little bit of truth to every lie to make it believable.
The American government was leaving Israel years ago.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. But definitely since the Biden administration and the Obama administration has been in office, that surely has been clear. And possibly even the Bush Foundation.
Jew haters, they're all anti-Semitic.
Do you blame them for being Jew haters? Do you blame them?
No, because you listen to the propaganda, it's bullshit. You know what? They may not be blameless, but look at their territory compared to all the other surroundings. Look at it. Are they really on it? Come on.
Some bad news coming in about a week for you. Bad news in about a week.
What are you talking about?
Get out of here. Get out of town, Sean. Open prison. They were living prosperously because Israel gives them everything. Yet they fight the hand that feeds them. Such a prison before Israel. They got no one to blame but Hamas. No one to blame but Hamas. You know what? These countries don't want them because
each country has its own propaganda machine. I believe that. Each country has its own propaganda machine.
You know what? Israel totally pulled out in 2005. So you don't have Israel to blame anymore for 20 years, almost 40 years now. Give me a break.
Since 1970, they were an occupied state. Since 1970,
well, they're not a state. They don't exist. There's no such state as Palestine. It was made up. It doesn't exist.
Since 1970, it's been an occupied state.
No such thing as Palestine. It doesn't exist. It's fake. It's phony.
Holy fuck, you're a sick individual.
I don't know where you get your
information, Sean, but they're fake, they're phony.
Oh.
How about Tehran? How about the village of Tehran? Go look in the parking lot, and you'll see the mass graves underneath the parking lot. Go look at Tehran, the village. Know your history if you're going to talk shit.
Yeah, read some history. You know what? Israelis aren't the ones running into Gaza with bombs on their backs and throwing missiles all the time. That's Hamas. And
It's been an occupied state since 1970. 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 It's been an occupied fucking state.
you can't occupy what doesn't exist.
In 70. It's been an occupied state since 1970.
You can't occupy what doesn't exist.
It don't exist. You're fucking high.
Hey, the garbler, man, the garbler, you're so garbly they can't understand what you're saying even. So if you're trying to say something, turn down the garble just a little bit more.
Israel lays down its weapons, it won't exist. Hamas lays down their weapons, there will be peace. Give me a fucking break.
Since 1948, Israel has become a sovereign country. The whole country.
It's been a sovereign country since BC times. Centuries before Islam even existed.
Bullshit. 1940 is the correct time.
I just said 1948.
Wrong answer. It's always existed. Israel has always been there.
That's always
Sean, you're full of shit, Sean. You're full of shit.
Really? You are one sick brainwashed bully. Wow. You must have been sheltered as a child. Because your head got filled with a lot of shit.
Anyways, dub 20 after WO90.
20 after what? 6?
Anyway, all that shit's gonna come home thanks to your president. Watch what happens when you start really going after Yemen. When you start bombing people again, watch what happens inside your own border. Watch. He left the door open for all these Yemeni terrorists and all these people to come and sit right next door to you. So now when they want to get mad and they want to fight back, they'll be fighting back right in your backyard now.
Making you mad. They better be ready. Really making you mad.
They better be ready. We pave our streets with shell casings.
Roger that. Well, you better start.
We did. Don't worry. We'll take care of your ass in Canada.
Well, we got no one to thank but the Biden administration for pulling us into World War III.
Where's World War III? Where's World War III?
Well, you're probably somewhat right there, Sean. They burnt half of your country.
Well, they done that so the smoke can come down here and choke you to death.
Well, that, and they wanted to be able to see what their land consisted of, and they wanted to purge it, so they just figured, well, we'll just burn Canada. And I think the fires have finally went out. But there's always this year.
There's a lot more
Oh, they'll get the rest of them. Trust me. They're already over there where you're at, too, man. They're living amongst you also.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not at all.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, but they mostly came through their southern border.
No, actually, a lot of them came in through Canada.
Why not both? On the statistics of your southern border, I beg to differ. You don't have a clue how many terrorists came across the border and destroyed them.
Well, they're going to come across the northern border in more frequency now because they're going to tighten that southern border up, and then they'll just come up through the north.
Any terrorists that were waiting at your border were the first ones in. We know that. See, it was all the plan all along. What's the percentage of how many male to female have crossed the border? They're all males, all military-age males. Exactly. That's why it was an invasion. That's why it was planned by the Biden administration. Yes, sir. Because if you can't get votes by the people that are in your country, just bring a shit fuck more in that'll vote for you. And you know what? The stupid fuck Biden, it didn't even work. His plan to pollute your country with Biden voters, immigrants, or migrants, or whatever you want to call them, it didn't even work. Because in all reality, these migrants couldn't get the fuck past the door open. It was open. Yeah, are we even going to make it to election day? Well, yeah, that's another thing. Who knows? Who knows what the Democrats, will think up some bullshit next? Commie-crats. They're not even Democrats anymore. No, you're right. Hey, look at that brain damage guy. Even he smartened up.
They're going to flip that switch on that big hot bomb.
Oh, they got love on him, don't worry. The bald guy that had the aneurysm, he jumped ship pretty quick as soon as he gained his senses. Well, Fetterman, he had a moment of clarity.
There's somebody out there don't like York
I like his nickname. They call him Shrek. Call him Uncle Festerman. If he had a brain aneurysm, he's lucky to be alive. And his commie wife. All I care about is that he jumped ship. I think I'll have a boost beer to let God sort him out. I can't wait till Trump is elected and all these people start running scared. Oh man, that's going to be entertaining. I'm not looking forward to the violence that is going to be manufactured. Yeah, good luck with the violence.
They could be a civil war. Y'all about even hauled his body away and
it's really coming. I mean, they were joking. It was a joke. Now it really looks like it's possible. There's not enough people that hate Trump for that to happen. The only people that you're hearing about that hate Trump are political members, and they're not the majority. Lulu.
My God, nasty.
It's true. They're not the majority, and the ones besides the politicians, the ones that hate Trump, they can't even lift a gun. Never mind a hammer. They're not gonna last long. Hey man, all those people that voted for Obama, they're all voting for Trump now. Oh, I know. You know what they don't say? I don't think they get. Well, you know what? Maybe they do know. Maybe that's why all this is manufactured, because they do know that most sane people have jumped ship, and they are mad. Exactly. They were fed down the bullshit road, and the bullshit got way deeper than the hip waders. I mean, how long can you lie to a camera and look stupid? And still sleep with your wife? I mean, that's got to take a toll on a person. To consistently bullshit people and be dishonest, that has to take a toll.
What?
What do you say? He said Justin Pedro, or whatever his name is, the sleepy noisome guys. Justin Trudeau.
No way. Our liberal government is going to be gone. Our liberal government is going to become a conservative government. Next election. You can bet money on it. When is the next election? 2 years, I think. Oh, October. Something like that. You're going to be Trudeau free in October. Oh, yeah. We'll be run by conservative power.
You gonna vote for Justin Trudeau?
I want to see what's under the garage. That's what I want to see. So there's a garage in the front laneway at Sussex Avenue, where the Prime Minister lives, and they spent $8 million on a double-car garage with an elevator that they don't know where the elevator goes. I know where the elevator goes.
Hell, sir. It's the highway to hell, copy?
No, there's next to the Prime Minister's house, there's a river. It's called the Rideau Falls, and the Rideau River falls into the Ottawa River. Right on the corner, right there, there's a museum, and part of the museum is underground. So the back part of the museum, I bet you, is connected to the underground part of that garage in his house. I kind of know the property because I used to deliver food to his kitchen, the back door. Me and this driver for this company called Flipicop, we used to deliver their fruits and vegetables. All the conspiracy theories are basically coming true. Those bets are off now, but what I don't get is that Trudeau he's a true believer. He's a true believer in the progressive commie way of life. Whereas Biden, he's so far gone, he just does and says whatever his handlers tell him to do. So, I mean, it's an interesting situation. You shut your echo box off. No, it's a different person. Same name, different person. You're doing like 50 years ago. I've never listened to this one. And it was funny, I rang it for the first time on the radio, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. That's a little SDR radio. That's nuts. Yeah, no, because my backup radio is actually sounds good with a little bit of echo. I like it. I never thought I'd say that, but actually, it doesn't sound bad. It's just something from the CD days. You know, enhance your voice a little bit.
Hello, Enrique. How you doing?